Good evening and welcome to this week's instalment of Big Brother Bile. Keeping it real, telling it like it is, saying it to your face since 2011. I'm James.
I'm Lindsay.
And we are going to tell you about what's been happening in the Big Brother house this week.
Sorry we're a little bit late. We actually did some socialising, which was a bit unlike us, but don't worry, we didn't actually leave the house. So we're going way back now, starting with, can you believe it? Alexander's in the house.
Oh.
Now, there was a small thing that led to his departure. The day before he left, he said to Perez, hold on, I want to get the quote right. In America, you know what you get. You're sat there with that silly ass faggot look on your face. Whoa there, Alexander. Now,
No one did say whoa there, Alexander.
No one gives two fucks. No, Michelle did. She said, oh, that's not okay, or whatever normal bullshit she says.
And then she went and backtracked on it afterwards.
Then she went, but Perez, you pushed him to it.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but what sort of spokesperson for the gay community are you when you won't even stick up for the only gay... Oh, Kevin is gay though. For the second only gay in the house. I've got a thing to say about Michelle Visage.
Michelle Visage adieu.
She's not gay. She's self-proclaimed spokesperson for the gays, as she said tonight, which is offensive. That's like saying the blacks. So I don't appreciate that in the first place. Who died and made her queen of the gays, queen of the fairies? That's Cammy Lee, if anything. She's like, oh, Perez, you're letting the gay community down, this, that and the other. Shut the fuck up about the gay community. It's like all gay people go to like a community centre, like with a fucking rainbow above the door.
What, to play five-a-side football?
And hold hands. There is no gay community. There's just different gay people who like different sorts of things and are different sorts of people. Stop lumping them all together and declaring you know what's best. Perez is the gay person in that house, as well as Kavana. Maybe a couple of others on the slide, you don't know. So, what do you think?
I've forgotten the question, to be honest with you.
I don't know. I've never seen RuPaul's Drag Race. Maybe she's got some credentials I don't know about. But
I don't care what or who it is, but she gets on my last nerve. And whatever it is, it's rotten gameplay. I can't stand her. She's a nasty, rotten person.
But everyone keeps going, oh, she's got the most common sense in the house. Like, oh, I agree with everything she says. All she does is sit in a corner with Katie Hopkins, like, sniping about people like a pair of old fucking witches.
If she was English, she'd be a Nolan.
Oh.
Yeah.
They could put her on New Swimming.
I mean, she tells it straight.
Tells her like it is.
Tells it straight to everyone else behind people's backs.
Now, Perez was doing some good chemical warfare. He was coughing all over the bedroom to keep people awake. And he also said, I am Big Brother.
Well...
And he also said, what do you like the voice?
When he was out in the garden, when he was doing his dance, he was singing, he was going, I'm playing a game right now. I'm playing it so good. Or words to that effect.
That could be the new Insania.
It's pretty good.
It is good. At least he's playing the fucking game. So then... Oh, and Katie Hopkins said to him, carry on sashaying around. That's blatantly homophobic, don't you agree?
It is homophobic, but it's very subtly homophobic. Like quite a few things I've noticed Katie Hopkins saying recently.
Yeah, we'll come on to that.
Yeah.
Now, my favourite character in the house, Mr. Buns, got his head locked off by Katie Hopkins.
Now,
she should get charged for that.
There was no burial. There was a small ceremony.
But Perez Kit was carrying him round after with his head still chopped up. I like that. That shows commitment.
I know. Yeah, I was hoping they'd repair it, but I think even he was bored of it. So
no, it was very, very sad. That was Perez's only friend in the house, in the world, apparently. So then, should we have a quick little break for Eek or Chic?
Can do.
Who's your Eek of the week?
Who's my Eek of the week? Who's the worst dress?
I know who my best is. Kavanagh in his party shirt, when he put his party shirt on and went mad. He put on this disgusting floral shirt that looked like it was from a charity shop, and then just went loopy at Cheggers.
Yeah, but I always associate that with like an exciting and dynamic Kavanagh.
Yes.
So it's better. I think that's almost chic.
It's Kavanagh.
I like those shirts. Katie Hopkins, I think, deserves an eat for her continual use of like tracksuits.
Onesie she keeps wearing.
Oh, I don't know what it is.
If you had to put money on Katie Hopkins' undergarments, you wouldn't think that she'd be a onesie wearer. You think she'd be like, oh, people who wear onesies, oh, chaps. But actually, she's wearing that same tired old onesie. Like Dexter, remember Dexter used to wear onesie all the time.
You say she don't wash it.
Any human on the planet, man, boy, child, who wears a onesie should be put to death, and I'll do the shooting.
Matt Hoffman did the onesie thing first. He invented it.
Do you remember when he did it? We were like, what the fuck are you doing? Why is he wearing a baby grow? Thanks, Matt Hoffman, for kicking that trend. And if you don't know who Matt Hoffman is, get yourself over to Big Brother USA. They don't have celebrities there. Now, Katie threatened.
Sorry, is that
equal chic is done? What?
Is that either Katie H or Katie P?
Joe, we don't go in for all that. I noticed in Closer magazine and Heat magazine, both of which I read in the bath, they both call her Jordan. So someone on Twitter was going to me, oh, she's not called Jordan anymore. That was when she was a page 3 girl. It's like, oh really? Because I've got Closer magazine upstairs and I've got Heat magazine upstairs, and they're both calling her Jordan. So fuck off.
Do you know who started this? It's Peter Andre, when he said there's two people. There's Jordan, the slut, and Katie Price, you can handle her. And
I prefer the slut.
Exactly. So Peter Andre, fuck you. I need dignified silence, which gets increasingly louder every day.
And your acorn. So then Katie was threatening the pots and pans treatment of Perez.
Now he took that as a threat of physical violence. Like she was going to bash him over the head.
Bashment.
Which shows that he hasn't seen evil dick banging the pots and pans over someone's head, knowing that it's just an alarm call. It's not actually how you stove someone's head in. No,
it's just a bit of friendly banter, if anything. Now, Perez went to the diary and said, I want to speak to my lawyer. He was very concerned for his safety. Fair enough. So since Jordan's come in, what do you think she's done for the show?
I think she's basically taken like all of her best interviews or like things she's done with OK or Closer or what have you, and she's kind of like spread them out over like each day of the week and dropped a different bomb each day, and she's using that as a like thing to stay in there. But apart from that, I don't really see like a lot going on with her.
She doesn't interact with people. She just like spouts stories at them about her life.
And I'm not even like angry about it, but they all seem to like instantly defer to her or like crawl up to it. It's like it's brought Kavanagh out of his shell. It's, I don't know, it's weird.
Even that Cammy, they don't dare say boo to her.
Exactly. That ain't right.
So they had nominations.
It's like the Terminator walking in, isn't it?
She's like, well, I'm trying to do a Jordan impression, but I can't do it. But it's like, oh, the women that he slept with fucking mingers. I can't do it. It's her voice is too monotone. I can't do it. If anyone can do a good Jordan impression, email it to us at bigbrotherbolt@gmail.com and we'll play it on the podcast. Not really, we don't know how to do that. So now, I was trying to work out who the alliances were.
Right.
I thought Jordan was with the Mean Girls, but she's not. Because when you seen it on the live feed the other night, she was chatting with Perez Perez and Cheggers.
I think she sees that basically Perez is, albeit deservedly, getting bullied, and where she sees that, and she sees how it makes
bullying.
She's reading the game well. She can see how it's making them come across. So that's her move.
I think she's playing quite a shrewd game, but I think people are beginning to catch on to her strategy of just being nice to everyone.
Exactly, it's the old nice guy strategy. Yeah, it didn't work for Callum, and it won't work for Pricing.
Now, Alex's departure. He said he didn't want Perez breathing on his food. Why? Might catch the gay. He also said, I have gay friends. Yeah, okay. And he said, no man taunts me.
And faggot.
What was Perez doing? Perez was fearing for his life. I think he was blowing kisses at Alex. Anyway, the most mysterious part of it all was Alex went up to the diary room, but why, I ask you, Inspector Winston, did we never see Alex saying, I want to leave, and him leaving? Why did we just get a goodbye message a la Big Brother Australia?
Now, do you remember? Do you remember? Do you even
kiss me?
No, think back to when Dappy failed his ABCs with Louisa Zisman.
Yeah.
And what was it? The IQ test,
yeah.
And he said, if you show this, I want to talk to my lawyer. If you show this, I'm going to leave now. It seems to me, these... when the Americans start like rule booking and playing it up, get my lawyer on the phone, you seem to see like a shift. It's like things happen quicker. With the English people, it's like we must have crap lawyers over here or something.
Yeah, because they're always calling for their lawyers. But do you think Alex left under his own steam, or do you think they told him, look, you're obviously going to just lamp Perez, so you best get out?
Well, if they threw him out, if they did kick him out and didn't want to say it, then
wasn't it?
It's just to cover up.
What, the fact he's a homophobe?
I don't know. It's like they struck a deal, isn't it? Obviously, he still gets his fee.
But how come he gets to leave a goodbye message? That's not fair.
And how come he gets an interview on Bots?
Yeah.
Where Emma fails to mention the word faggot. That was obviously written into the contract of that interview.
Do you know what? Don't even get me started on this, because Jeremy don't get an interview, although he was interviewed on This Morning. Reg Holsworth don't get an interview, although he was interviewed on Loose Women, although interviewed is for...
Yeah.
That was the most unrepentant interview I've ever seen. That was absolutely disgusting. And then Alexander gets the, oh, are you alright? You're alright sort of treatment. Oh, isn't it awful? Like, Emma Willis is a thick cunt. I hate her. I absolutely hate her. And the way her and Rylan were going on about Perez on Bots last night, I had to fast forward through Jim Davison and Charlotte Crosby, obviously. What did you say?
What did I say?
Yeah.
Oh, I can't remember. Bedwetter and a bigot.
Exactly. I don't want to watch a bedwetter and a bigot, but I also don't want to watch Rylan going to Alicia. Oh, but why did you bother sticking it for Perez? He's obviously irritating everyone in there. Because she was friends with him, so shut up.
Now you say this.
Yeah.
I know we talked about this over the weekend. What's your problem with Rylan?
No, that was Nikki.
No. Now you got one as well.
No, my friend came over at the weekend and she went, I don't like Rylan no more. And I was like, what do you mean? I love Rylan. And she was like, what did she say? It's too full of himself or fake. Oh, she said he's fake. And she said she don't like the clothes he wears. And then I thought, don't say that. And then I watched that Bots and suddenly agreed with her. That's how impressionable I am.
There you go.
So Rylan's on my shit list now. He could get off it though, but I'm not sure.
But they were having a right go at Perez on that Bots.
I know.
Just like when this time Aaron won.
Yeah.
So
they're like, oh, it's obvious the public want Perez out. No, the fucking, what did Patsy Kensit say? The loonies in anoraks outside want Perez out. Those are no indication of the great pit. Do you think?
Now, this is a very deep subject. This is a very,
We're going in deep, guys.
It's a subject very deep to our hearts. I think Helen Wood really ignited the whole thing.
Yeah.
With calling the whole British public
idiot.
We just saw Perez say "fuck you," British public,
and your mothers, and your fathers.
Hang on,
was that a Big Brother?
I thought it was production. I wasn't sure.
No, he did say "fuck you, British public" too.
But either way, if you go on Big Brother, you say that the crowd outside are what is it? Loonies in anoraks. Now, does that piss off the voters? People, when you look at that crowd, the thing we're sat here at home watching it. We're looking at that crowd. No offense to people that we know that go there.
That one person.
But you think, fuck you hell, where'd they find that lot
well,
from?
most of them are like straight off a fucking Jeremy Kyle bus, aren't they? Oh, let's be honest. They're like, here, hold this sign. Yeah, but let's be honest, loonies in anoraks is the best thing Patsy Kensit said in the whole entire time she's in there.
That wouldn't take much.
Anyway, we've gone off on a tangent a bit. Basically, Alex went, he did a goodbye message. Coward, didn't say goodbye in person. And then
didn't apologise to the LGBTQ community.
And Michelle, LGBTQM. And then...
was she like the company secretary?
And then Katie Hopkins started going mad at Perez about it, saying it's your fault Alexander left, you're a despicable human being. And then she was going, why are people still laughing at Perez's jokes? Why are people still speaking to him? Who does this bitch think she is? Fucking Derek Lavasseur of Last BB USA.
It's the exact same
If you
strategy.
go into a room with that person, if I see you talking to that person, if you shut the door, fuck off, you fucking dictator cunt. Go fuck yourself. I'll talk to whoever I want. And me and James admit it right now. We've got a newfound respect for Nadia. It's shameful.
We think that Alan Davies is an arsehole.
No, I hate Nadia. I hate the way she's been so sanctimonious. But the fact that she will still stand her ground against Perez. And was it on the live feed last night? Cav was going, oh, you know, you feel you always have to hang around with Perez, like, are you alright? And she went, look, I like Perez's company. I think he's funny. So, shut up.
She's dug a hole and she's sat in it. And you can only respect someone
We
for
admire
that.
her stubbornness.
But do you know, maybe the game could go that way. Because maybe what the thing is, no one's got any sympathy for Perez, but he is getting bullied really bad.
Loads of people hate Perez on Twitter. I don't get it.
I know.
People are you fucking idiot, general public
Can't
listeners.
you see that he's just playing the game right now? He's playing it so good.
But someone goes to me, yeah. Right, my friend, Big Brother Superfan, follow him on Twitter, Gaz. He tweeted, oh, I just voted for Perez, what have I done? Like, haha, winky face. And someone underneath, some stupid name, I think his name was Banter's Little Helper, which says it all. Shouldn't even give him the airtime. He goes, oh, well done. He said, none of the others are going to get a chance to shine while Perez is in the house. I'm like, who are we waiting to see shine? Callum Best, Kavanagh. He had his shining moment, which we'll go on to. And then he was like, hey, you wouldn't go up to someone in the street and say that to them. As if, like, the way people act on Twitter is the way people act in the street. And he said, you told me to shush and I found it offensive. Well, here I am telling you to shut your fucking face. How'd you like that?
But you wouldn't say that on the street, would you?
Yeah, I would. Only to Katie Hopkins, though. No, it's just like, get out behind your bitch screen and come say it to my face. I'll give you my address. It's just down the road. Now, Katie Hopkins said she was threatening to spit in Perez's water bottle. That's a threat.
Who did what?
Katie Hopkins said she was going to spit in Perez's water bottle.
Was that before or after he sucked her dick?
What did he say? Whip out your dick and I'll suck it. That's a good line.
I think you know what, with those two, I actually do put it down as banter, but also with her, there is like a banter between them. But she's homophobic, and what you were just saying about these Twitter people,
trolls, I call them.
Trolling. Trolls. I prefer the Swedish version. And most
Carolyn's friend.
Most housemates seem to prefer pronouncing it that way as well. But a lot of these, I've had a few spats with some of these cunts on Twitter, and you know what? I think it is mostly just homophobes.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Like women haters.
It is. I know Perez. He's quite annoying, but you know, he's a great player.
If you're that stupid that you think Perez is going to go and then suddenly like Callum Best is going to step up and be like an interesting person, then you're fucking living in La La Land. So there. Now, Patsy said, what if we never get out?
Patsy, she's the new Liz Jones, isn't she?
Yeah, she is actually. So then,
do you think she can hold out the entire game?
Yeah,
I think this could be the first sectioning we've seen.
She's come this far, but then she went. Who did she say to Perez? She said, if this series was on TV, I wouldn't even watch it because I'd find it too traumatic.
She's got the brain. She's got Big Brother brain bad.
She's meant to be a super fan.
Oh, massive fan of the game.
Yeah, well. So then the eviction was cancelled again because Alexander walked, but they pretended it was still going on. And then Perez...
was there a live twist?
And then... yeah, there was. Perez was kissing his own photo, which I enjoyed. And then he went in the dark in the bedroom. He was doing that like evil dictator hands, you know, when you like tap your fingers together like that.
Oh yeah.
That don't work on a podcast. So then I thought, he's playing the game. He's playing it so good. So then, oh god, do you remember any of the tasks? Do you remember this? BB cadets.
The scouting.
Yeah.
Scouting. Oh yeah.
I thought it killed the game. Stone dead. Katie put Perez on the naughty step, which is boring because he behaved himself. And then they had the Gru tasks. Remember that? They had funnels of gunk on their head.
Was it really called the Gru task?
No, I just
right.
that. And then Michelle and Jordan were exempt for medical reasons. And what medical reasons are they?
Well, Jordan, it's her boobs.
Yeah.
Who's the other one?
Michelle Visage.
Is it her boobs? What about Alicia?
No, she weren't exempt. She got right stuck into it. But Jordan shouldn't be exempt because we've seen her in the jungle, what she can do.
I don't want a housemate that's exempt on medical grounds,
No.
especially a young one. It's
No.
boring. If anything, modify the games, make it a fucking quiz.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Just so they can't play that card.
We've seen
Tragic.
Jordan eating like kangaroo testicles, like eyeballs. She can do anything. She got voted every week in the jungle. I liked her then. She showed determination. And she met Pete there. Pete and his little acorn.
Oh, bless.
So then.
But he got fat.
Oh yeah, but she didn't mind. She said, but then she said in the wedding photos, he looked like a fat, sweaty Greek recently, which is racist and offensive. So anyway, so then there was another task. I don't know why I've got all these tasks next to each other, which was the honesty stick. Do you remember this?
Where you had to... Oh, yeah, it was for food. And you had to tell the truth while you were holding the stick.
Yeah.
But you could only... It was specifically stated in the rules.
Yeah.
That you must... If only the person holding the stick can speak. No other person must speak while someone else holds the stick.
Did they stick to
that? The failing and the passing of the task depended on upholding this rule. So they all chatted throughout the whole thing and they won.
Katie Hopkins said, if you live by the sword, you die by the sword.
Now we know...
How dare she quote Nasty Nick Bateman?
She probably doesn't know.
She knows. She was in the pilot episode. Look, if you're going to start quoting the big boys, be like, know yourself, I'm so cold. Or I'd swap you for Scrabble. You know, come on.
She can't do those things. She is more like Nasty Nick. That's her like character type.
Fuck me. Nasty Nick eat her for breakfast.
So we need to find a Darren, a chicken Darren. to
Chicken George.
Oh, we need a Craig. We need a meeting at the dinner table to unroot her.
Now, Patsy apologised to Cheggers for apologising too much. She said, I'm sorry that I've...
Hang on.
Cheggers said your biggest flaw was you apologised too much, and she said, I'm sorry about that. Fail. Now, Perez started being nice all of a sudden. I think he was trying to mix up his game a little bit. And he said he was on imaginary caffeine because they'd taken all the food away. Imaginary crack cocaine, more like, I said.
I don't think he's got a drug problem.
Imaginary, I said.
Oh.
Okay. And then Cav was in the diary moaning that Perez was putting on an axe. Well, it's better than just sitting there in your dressing gown, a la Joe O'Meara. Michelle said she had PTPD, something to do with Perez. And Alicia, remember her?
Yeah, of course.
She said she had boobs made out of pigskin. What do you think to that?
Well, in America, it's said to get human skin. I think I prefer human skin.
Both sounds gross.
Well, you want it organic, don't you?
Now, Alicia and Jordan were slagging off Callum, and he was sat right behind them. I thought that was quite funny.
I thought Ted had placed those chairs perfectly. I thought the whole scene, it was reminiscent of the scene with what's her name from Towie, the twin Towies, Ollie Locke and Sam Fairs with the cue cards. It was that well orchestrated.
Well, Jordan
you cannot tell me that they did not know he was there. It's ridiculous.
Jordan could see him from where she was sitting. That was funny, but then when they realised he was just sat there, like they tried to involve in the conversation, they were like, "Oh, Jill, what we were just saying." Yes, I heard. I But I think the problem was that Alicia fancied Callum a little bit, but he obviously didn't like her. Sad. Also, Alicia don't know her alphabet, and she don't know her shapes either. Is she just playing the fit card, or...
What's with the shapes thing? The alphabet I can understand, but...
What shapes are there to note? Square, circle, triangle. You know those just from trying to cheat on the Xbox.
Some people do have like a certain condition that affects like the left, what they see, they don't know what's left from right.
I've got that.
And I think there's like a shapes one as well. I'm making this up now.
Okay.
And what's the other thing you said? The ABC?
Yeah.
I never knew my ABC until quite late in life.
Do you know it now?
Yeah, but
do you want to prove that point on tape?
No.
Go on. Go.
That's tragic.
Go.
No, but I have to say the whole thing to know where everything is. I can't just...
You tell me you get confused around the LMNOP section.
But the thing, I got through the whole school like quite well. What I'm saying is you can do like applied quantum physics and not know your times tables.
Yeah, of course, there's different types of intelligence. Everyone's calling Alicia thick, but she's astute in some way, so...
But now, she is gone.
Boo! So now we've got some more Jordan filth talk. For our sensitive listeners, be careful. Firstly...
Oh, it contains extreme and offensive language continually, throughout and forever.
I'll try and do the Jordan impression. Leandro is so big, it gave me the start. That's terrible.
That's not bad.
That's a good thing to have said about you on telly, though. If you're Leandro, you're like,
oh, it's brilliant.
You're like, ooh la la. What nationality is he?
Argentinian.
Who cares? Remember when he was on Deal or No Deal? It was thick as fuck, he couldn't speak the English. Poor sod. Anyway, he was so big he gave Jordan cystitis, which I think says something about her other boyfriends. She was talking about spitting in Callum's mouth again. Have you ever spat in someone's mouth in a sexual situation? Answer honestly.
No, I haven't.
Is that sexy?
What, spitting?
Someone spat on me once when I was at school. I didn't like it.
Well, that's the bad spit, isn't it?
Yeah, but is there a good spit? I know in porno someone like spits on someone's dick, but it's disgusting. It makes you feel ill.
Not in someone's mouth. That's like...
Well, both is gross.
That's like a hygiene risk.
It's like an assault. Remember Dennis got thrown out of Big Brother for spitting on someone.
Yeah, but just talking about it, it's just banter, isn't it?
It's disgusting. And if you do that, you're a deviant. And then, now, talking of deviants, then we had some chat about Alex Reid. Now, this I found interesting because Michelle Visage brought up this conversation a day or so before. She went, tell me about Alex Reid's cross-dressing. And Jordan was like, yeah, he likes to cross-dress, blah, blah, blah. And then she said, so what did you and Alex get up to in the bedroom? This is Michelle Visage, champion of gay people. Basically, she's trying to out someone on TV who said they're straight, because Alex Reid claims to be straight, right? He said, oh, he's been with a guy.
Does he?
No, he doesn't call himself bisexual. He says he's straight, but he's you know, try anything once, that sort.
I think it's a bit more than once.
Yeah, well, twice. So, Jordan, of course, got foot in mouth disease. She said Alex loved being done at the arse with a strap-on dildo, and I quote, he could not get enough up there. Now, does Alex Reid, can he consult his lawyers at this point, or...
Do you know, on Big Brother USA...
Do you know?
Did we discuss this? On Big Brother USA, you are not allowed to discuss someone outside the house without their prior permission, which either means money has changed hands or something. I don't know.
Well, you never hear him say much about her, do you? And she hasn't said much about Pete, Perfect Pete,
apart
the parent,
from being
either.
Fat.
Well, and that's just the truth, so... I don't know. I just picture Alex Reid sat down to watch Big Brother and then just spluttering his dinner all over the place.
And you know, Michelle Visage, it wouldn't surprise me if she comes straight out of the DR and asked her that. You know what I mean? Like,
why is a champion of the gay people trying to out gay people? And anyway, also, you don't even have to be gay to like things up your arse. There's plenty of straight guys who like things up their arse, and there's plenty of gay guys who don't even have anal sex or anything of the sort. So let's not pigeonhole people. I'll be the LGBT spokesman from now on.
He'd be better than that fucking Visage Duca.
What did she put up there, I wonder? Couldn't get enough.
Everything but the kitchen sink, I don't know.
Couldn't get enough up there. But then she's the one who did it. She's acting like she did it under duress, do you know what I mean? She's the one doing it, so whatever. And then she went to court for Chantel to be a character witness to say basically Alex is a pervert, isn't it? It's not right.
That's low.
Listen, Alex Reid won Big Brother, Celebrity Big Brother 2000 and something, and Alex Reid spoke to the Tree of Temptation, who said, "Ear." What did he say?
You think cunt.
Ear, you know that snowman out there? They all love it, don't they?
Oh, he did. Aish.
And he kicked that snowman down, and he got all this shit off Vinnie Jones. Vinnie Jones going, "You're never going to win this, you're useless, everyone thinks you're a thick twat." And he beat Vinnie Jones, and he was a hero. And I don't know why Alex Reid's name is being smeared now. It's unfair, and I think they should get Alex Reid on bots to defend himself.
I say put him back in the house.
Put him in the house!
Show him his boss. But also, remember when he got up in the middle of the night? Was he having a dream or something? And he started to air punch. It was a task or something. I think Dame Bowers had to freak him out or something. And he just woke up like...
Oh yeah, Vinnie Jones didn't even come second. Dame Bowers came second, so freak on that, baby. And I like Alex Reid. I don't care what you say, what any of you say, idiot general public. And put Alex Reid in a house. But also, conversely, I like Chantel, who was married to Alex Reid. So, you know, it's hard to take sides in this incestuous Big Brother land.
Isn't it?
It's a bit difficult. So anyway, enough about that. Alicia and Callum got in trouble for talking about nominations, that they were going to vote for each other, and they got in trouble for that. Cheggers made a bit of an awkward joke. We all come on Eileen. What do you think of that?
Well, what's he saying? That's what the song actually means, or?
But everyone was like, "What? I don't get it. I don't get it." And then he kept having to say it again and again, and it was really cringe.
I think really he should have kept that inside his mind.
Yeah,
I think
definitely.
Yeah.
So Jordan saved Katie Hopkins as the most entertaining, and Perez looked shocked because he thought it was him. Now we're on to cheese nose gate. Do you want to take the floor?
Shall I cut or?
Go on.
So there's a piece of cheese. We know not where from. It looks like kind of a bite-sized, maybe the sort of piece of cheese you find on the end of a cocktail stick. That sort of area of size. Maybe cheddar, something, a basic cheese, a basic, a hardy perennial. And Perez had it, I think, for most of the evening, stuck up his nose, not too far up, so for it to be a medical risk. But just it was like it was there.
But everyone's like, Perez, take the cheese out your nose away. Why was it annoying? Why was it annoying? Everyone say it.
I don't know.
It was annoying me as well, though. It actually was.
You don't like cheese?
I know, but it's just something gross. Like having something at your nose is kind of gross for some reason. But they were all like, Katie Hopkins was getting really annoyed by it. She was like, Perez, take the cheese out your nose. And everyone's like, for fuck's sake, take the cheese out your nose. And he's like, no, I'm loving having the cheese at my nose. I'm loving it so good. James just pouring a vodka here on the sly. That's why I'm just filling in time. And then they all thought it was so disgusting. They were going on and on and on about it. Little did they know, he went in the diary room with the cheese up his nose and ate it. What do you think?
I think brilliant gameplay, excellent power move, wonderful, beautifully executed. The whole thing, start to finish, was TV gold. Now, see how one piece of cheese, so small, not even a block of cheese, just one small bite-sized piece of cheese, can cause so many rows and tensions and ructions in the whole house.
Would you put that in one of your top 10 Big Brother strategic moves of all time?
It'd be there, but it'd be like with the joke one that you needed.
It was so disgusting that it was brilliant. It was amazing.
But it got a good reaction. It worked.
Yeah, it's exactly. And then Perez was going to the others. The producers want to save me, which is true. So then the next day, they called Patsy to the diary room to talk about yoga. she didn't want to talk about yoga.
Right.
She said it's like making fun of someone's religion. What do you think about that?
Well,
religion isn't actually real. Yoga is like a physical exercise. So,
making fun of someone's religion would be, for example, those Charlie Hebdo people.
James, we haven't done a really offensive bit on our podcast for a while. Come on, let's do it. Apart from what we said about Nadia's dead husband. So let's forget about that. We didn't mean it. We like Nadia, man. Go on.
What? Oh, God.
What are you saying?
So, yoga...
yeah, just move on from Charlie Hebdo. Just move on.
Oh, God. So, yoga, is it really such a private, spiritual, personal thing that to do it for a task would be invasive in some way?
Exactly, it ain't that bad a task, but me.
You can buy a DVD. Probably
Yoga for Dummies.
Yoga by Geordie Shore, even, you can probably get. So it's not like an exclusive club that only the enchanted ones can join. You don't need to spend 10 years in a monastery to
But did you notice?
You don't need to know the code. Did
you notice how they went in that yoga room? It looked so cheap. Basically, they just written a couple of words on the wall, I don't know, tranquility. Rubbish. Anyway, yoga's crap. So then Perez started walking around in his little mesh, little netted pants. Did you like those?
Yeah, love them.
Eek or chic?
Ultra eek.
Ultra eek? No, ultra chic.
Oh shit! So chic of the week.
And then Katie Hopkins goes, "Why are you walking around in your pants? It's disgusting. You've got more back fat than a blue whale." Bully. That's bullying.
It is bullying.
That is bullying, isn't it? And but meanwhile,
it's also trolling.
Trolls. Meanwhile, Cunty Lee, fucking ghetto slut, walks.
No, it's half Hindu princess, half slut.
Yeah, I was just quoting Reg there. That wasn't my own opinion.
You're tricked.
She, oh yeah, I'm gonna click my fingers. But I've got a university degree. Stupid cunt. She's allowed to walk around with her fucking knackers hanging out. Knackers. Might as well be. She walks around in her bikini all the time. Why can't Perez roll around in his mesh panties?
Yeah.
Or his dinosaur pants.
It's a double standard.
You liked his dinosaur pants. This is sexist against men.
It's a double standard. But the thing is, Cammy, she could be so attractive, but because of the way she is as a human being, she's the most ugly, horrific person
she's rotten.
you can ever imagine.
I bet she's riddled.
Perez, in comparison, is almost perfection.
Don't say that I don't say that I'm just a feminist. I don't stick up for sexism both ways. Because if Cammy Lee is allowed to walk around in her underwear, which she is, then Perez is allowed to walk around in his pants and not be told he's got back fat. So F you, Katie Hopkins, and your children.
It's Big Brother. They have to wear sportswear and stuff for tasks or whatever anyway. So
okay. Now we come to it. Look at your daughters. It's Cav versus Cheggers.
No.
Now finally Cav comes to do what he was paid for. He sat there silent for 2 weeks, and suddenly Jeremy's gone about 3 years ago, and he decides to go mad. So it began with, you think I've got this quite right, but I thought this was, he went to the diary room and he went, "Fuck the lot of yous." That's what I thought he said.
In the DR?
No, as he was walking up, he turned around and he went, "Fuck the lot of yous."
Yeah.
But Cheggers heard it as "fuck you, Cheggers." It could have been either, I'm not entirely sure. So then he was in the diary room going, "Cheggers is a one-trick pony," correct? Cheggers fence sits. True. But so had Kavanagh up to that point. But then he come out still in his lovely shirt, and he said to Cheggers, look, I'm sorry about what I said.
He seemed to be drinking a lot of tea at this moment.
Oh, you were saying when he drinks booze, it's just puts in a teacup.
Yeah.
Well, Cheggers should know those tricks.
Exactly.
So Cav says to Cheggers, "Look, the house did this to me. It's not my responsibility."
He blamed it on Big Brother Brain.
Big Brother Brain, exactly.
That's cheap.
And Cheggers was proper frosty. He said, "I've never had anyone say anything like that to me before." You're telling me Cheggers, who used to knock on people's doors at 6 o'clock in the morning on TVAM or whatever the fuck it was, has never...
It was a big breakfast.
Whatever. Has never had anyone tell him to fuck... Cheggers, no one has ever told Cheggers to fuck off.
He must have had it. Imagine when you go to the supermarket, you must get it daily.
It's a lie. And then Cav said to him, be real, you sit on the fence every fucking day. and then Cav said, Cheggers, you've been belittling me non-stop. Cheggers I have no idea what you're talking about. And then Cheggers went to bed, and Cav was like in bed with someone, I can't remember who, but he's right next to me. He went, it's okay, he's asleep now. And Cheggers like sat up. He went, I'm not asleep. He said, I'm not your enemy. And Cav said, you are the enemy. And Cheggers said, see how you feel tomorrow. And Cav said, I'll feel the same way tomorrow. Do you think Cheggers has been doing sly digs at Kavanagh?
It's possible. It's possible they've been cut out.
Yeah, we just never saw it.
But it's possible that Kavanagh's Looney Tunes as well. So
that's true. So next morning, instead of saying the house did this to me, Cav's new twist on it was the vodka talking. It wasn't him, it was the vodka. You can't keep blaming these inanimate objects. And then someone else said to Cheggers, look, Cav feels really bad. And Cheggers said, good.
Yeah.
What sort of person is that? It's happy someone feels bad. That's me. And then Perez said, this is why I stopped drinking in the house. What? Don't stop drinking in the house. Drink more, I say.
Yeah, but Kavanagh's got a drink problem.
Yeah, I know.
I suppose getting Cheggers to go back to drink in the house is the ultimate goal, isn't it? That would be the crowning moment.
Does Cheggers not drink at all now?
He's 18 months dry.
Oh, okay, fair enough. And then Alicia's in the bedroom and she said she didn't like Jordan's crass talk. She said, like, when she says things like anal sex. And when she said anal sex, Cheggers was like, ooh. Like he'd never heard the words before.
Somebody protested much.
And then Callum and Cammy were saying Alicia was like a velociraptor. That's nice.
Well.
Very polite. Oh God, this got on my nerves. The Big Brother debate. Do you remember that? It was just like a slanging match. They had a debate about like plastic surgery, people sitting on the fence, a few other things. It went on for too long. Like the row just went on for too long, in my opinion.
The whole thing, like basically every show, every episode, is like wake up times, task, and then row, and then more rowing.
Yeah,
that's like the 4 sections of the show now.
True.
And every day is pretty much the same format.
You don't even get to find out who's being like the cooking Nazi anymore, do you?
I assume it's Nadia.
You got a good quiff going on there, you know.
Oh, thank you.
If only our listeners could see it.
We should get an Instagram account.
No thanks. So then, I can't remember what led up to it. It was so boring. That row went on for ages. But Katie Hopkins said, "Take it like a man," to Perez, and Perez said, "That's homophobic." Do you think "take it like a man" is homophobic?
No, I don't really. But if he says it is, then I'll back him.
But if she said "take it like a woman," maybe that would be homophobic.
But she didn't say that.
That would be sexist. And he said, "You're bullying me," which is true. She is bullying him.
She is.
Then he started like blowing kisses at her, and she was getting really annoyed.
Because he's so aggressive, he gets no sympathy. People like find it very easy to go, he deserved that. Like people said he deserved to get called faggot. It's crazy, isn't it?
But why do people like Katie Hopkins? She's horrible. She's a rotten person.
I know, but she's almost subtle. She's almost.
She ain't subtle. She's subtle as a brick. She's not subtle. Anyone who supports Katie Hopkins, switch this podcast off now. This podcast ain't for you. Fuck off. So then, Nadia said, "My arse is great and my tits are great."
Now invoking. Who was it? Tina Malone.
I got great.
Is it Tina Malone?
Yeah. I
got great tits and a great ass. And this is before all the surgery.
It's probably all saggy now. But this is the part that annoyed me most. Alicia said to Katie Hopkins, "Stop pigeonholing people," which she does do. And Michelle stuck up for Katie Hopkins and started having a go at Alicia. And I thought, Michelle, you're supposed to be this like fucking vigilante for human rights or whatever, some bullshit. But what Alicia, see, this is what annoys me. Everyone always says Alicia's wrong, she doesn't know what she's talking about. Alicia was actually telling the truth there, and Alicia did stick up for herself many times. What she was saying was actually true, and Michelle just shot her down, and Alicia had nowhere to go. And I think when Michelle comes out, she'll regret like her friendship with Katie Hopkins, because I think it won't do her no good in the outside world. Michelle is a phony. You're a phony. You're not GBLTQ or anything else. You're just straight. You're just a straight. That's all you are. Straight person.
Dirty fucking breeding cunt. But you know what? But is she though? I still can't believe
she's been married to the same guy for 16 years.
Whatever.
How dare you speak for a community?
Whatever. What I'm saying to you is someone has hijacked the LGBTQ community. They could be taking it anywhere. It's dangerous. It's like ISIS.
Doesn't that community thing get on your nerves? Imagine if people said the straight community, like as if all straight people were the same. Some straight people are like EDL or like, you know, I don't know, like National Front or something. I don't want to be part. People are different.
Fred West was straight.
Exactly. Don't put me in that community. There's like plenty of idiot gay people as well. Like we're meant to just like them all because we're all part of the LGBT community. Fuck off. Speak for yourself. She's not even speaking for herself. Take that t-shirt and burn it and send that bitch back to America. Fuck off. Sorry, John. Sorry to my friend John who likes her and met her on that cruise and said she was a very nice person. That was before she got mixed up with Katie Hopkins. now look what's happened. Anyway. Oh yeah, and Perez said to Michelle, "You've let the gay community down."
Yeah, she has. Yeah. She has.
Yeah. Perez is gay. He is part of that community. Michelle is nothing but a fag hag. Harsh but true. Yeah, and then Perez was like blowing kisses at Katie. He was trolling her quite good.
Have you noticed his thing Perez does, where he does like air cunnilingus normally to Katie, to Katie, yeah, like waggles her tongue,
waggles her tongue,
waggles his tongue at people as like a form of attack.
Yeah,
I quite like it.
He does loads of things like that, like loads of like expressive things, like with his face and his body, and he's quite
his pants.
He's actressing,
he's singing, yeah.
And then Callum goes to Diary and goes, Perez is fake and performing. What the fuck are you doing? Like flirting with Carrie, but going, oh, I'm not here for that. I'm not here for a showman. It's just like, I preferred you on Love Island when you were trying to get off with Bianca Gascoigne, to be honest. And I definitely prefer Paul Denang, so whatever. Anyone who voted to save Callum as well, also, fuck off. We don't want you listening. Get lost.
But hang on, when it come down to the vote, Emma told us that there was only 1% between three.
Yeah.
1% between three. Now, what does that mean? And do you believe?
Mean anything.
Do you believe? Do you believe?
Do you even kiss me?
Do you?
No, I don't believe it. I'll tell you what else I don't believe. That it was Callum and Nadia top two.
Exactly.
And Perez and Alicia bottom two. There's no fucking way on this planet that Nadia got more votes than Perez.
Definitely Perez got the most votes.
Obviously.
Definitely.
It's complete nonsense. Anyway, we're on to that episode now. So, hold on, because this is the bit that I've actually written in my own handwriting and I can't read it. You said something. Oh yeah, Emma was saying something about the bungalow, live from the bungalow. You said it was the only bestaired bungalow in Britain. It's true, it ain't a bungalow when it's got more than one floor.
If it was just the stairs going up,
yeah,
I'd say fair. Maybe you could make the argument. Still, you're reaching, as Callum would say. But
what?
But also, the DR is upstairs, so that makes it not a bungalow.
It's not a bungalow. What is it, maisonette?
No, it's just a studio, really, isn't it?
Now, Perez's eviction outfit was just being naked.
Didn't he have some kind of robe on?
A throw around him. You wouldn't want to sit under that throw ever again, would you? Now, Cheggers suddenly started pretending he liked Perez for some reason, saying he was a character, which is weird. At this point, we saw Cammy Lee's fanny tattoo, which just looked gross, trampy. And then Perez was licking his own armpit at the eviction.
Oh, that was good.
That was good.
That was a good moment.
I enjoyed that. And then Alicia was evicted, unfortunately. Well, but when it was between Alicia and Perez, I was like, what the fuck? Because if Perez had gone, that would be big trouble.
Is it the loose women? Is it the loose women thing that saved Nadia? If it can get a Nolan through to the final, then it's got to be strong. There must be. It's like the Force, isn't it? It's a real thing. It does exist.
It makes no sense to me.
Look at McGiff.
I'd rather not. Then Alicia was moaning about being booed, but I didn't even hear her being booed that much.
No, but she would have said that no matter what. She's like Jack and Joe. Very, very similar outlook on life to Jack and Joe.
But just to reiterate, in her interview, they're like going, "Oh, you're out because of your association with Perez." It's like, no, you're not.
No,
There's
she's
nothing
not.
to do with that.
Otherwise, it would be Nadia.
Oh shit! I've got the hiccups now.
That's not good.
Have you got water? Oh, good. Can I just a glass of water?
Yeah, you can.
Fuck. I'm not even drunk. Hold on, are you taking notes of me now?
No, I can't.
Go on, you just ad lib for a minute.
I forgot where we were at.
Alicia eviction.
Alicia's eviction. Wasn't someone eating during it? Was it that was the fake eviction. Perez was.
That was the cheese nose. Uh-oh. Shit.
Oh, no.
A cat's coming. We've got trouble. We've got trouble on that. Oh, it's all wet. Oh shit! Come on, boy, quick. Oh god, I've dropped all the notes, and I've got a hiccup.
It's not going well.
Right, just ignore this bit for a minute. Right, come on. Let's get him settled, then we're all good to go. This is professional stuff. Right, so Alicia got evicted. Now we're on to Saturday's show. Okay? Oh yeah, Katie Hopkins sat there and like slagged off everyone on the wall, like saying all what their faults were and everything. Do you remember that? With Michelle Visage?
Yeah.
And then that come back to haunt her the next day.
Yeah, because they basically said, look, production told her to sit down and slag off and say something negative about every single person.
Yeah. Right.
So we can show it.
What are you saying? Ted did it.
Yes, I am saying that. That's exactly what I'm saying.
And then Katie Hopkins dumped Jordan in it, saying to Callum that Jordan did say you were the least entertaining person. She's trying to shit stir between Jordan and Callum. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then Michelle goes up to Jordan and says, "You have to make a pact to stop talking about your exes." What the fuck is Jordan even... The point of her even being in there if she's not talking about her exes? That's her whole shtick, isn't it?
Steve, I don't know what's wrong with that woman.
Michelle's trying to kill the show. So then... And also, it was Michelle who was asking her the questions about her exes, like, does Alex Reid cross-dress and all this shit? Do you remember when...
She's after our Alex Reid, and we will not let her take him.
You would not let it lie. Do you remember when Vinnie Jones said that he could make Alex Reid... no, it wasn't Vinnie Jones, it was Stephen Baldwin said he could make Alex Reid...
The next James Bond. I would like... Do you know what? If he was the next James Bond, I would actually go see that at the cinema.
And Alex Reid said he'd love to do that. He's like, yeah, I'd do that if I was asked.
Of course. He'd be good at it.
Now, Cammy Lee said that Perez had a big ass head. That's rude. That's almost like calling him a giant dwarf.
It's about that level of rudery, yeah.
And did you know... Rudery, that's a good word. And did you notice... Ow! Be careful. What are you doing with him? James. Animal cruelty. And then, did you notice someone went to talk to Big Brother? I can't remember who it was. And Big Brother sounded like they're on helium.
I know. A couple of people...
Like,
a couple of people said on Twitter as well, it's almost like the sounds in the sky at night. I thought it was her daughter.
Whose daughter?
Alicia Duval's daughter.
Oh, right.
But who knows?
That was Minnie Mouse.
Maybe it's the work experience person.
Yeah, it was pretty odd. I'll tell you that much. And then Michelle and Katie just sit there bitching about fucking Cheggers. Cheggers, no, Perez. And this is falling apart. And then Cheggers said, "Way!"
What? Because he loves people and loves life.
Now, someone, I can't remember who, I didn't make very good notes yesterday because off my face. But someone said something was mega lols. Now, as far as I'm concerned, since Ian Watkins, not Ian H. Watkins from Steps, although he's almost as bad, Ian Watkins from Welsh band Lost Prophets rapes a baby, and he said raping a baby was megalols. Surely, once someone said that, megalols gets struck from the dictionary, never to be used again.
I don't agree with that, sorry.
What?
Well, megalols is university... No, it's like saying we can't say let's roll it again.
No, he said megalols.
Who said megalols?
In Big Brother.
I can't remember.
I can't either. But anyway, I personally...
I don't think it was a deliberate...
I find that offensive. Makes me think of baby rape, and I don't want to hear it again.
Oh, fair enough.
So there. So then we had one of those, the real task is... So it was like...
and Keith Chegwin, who... Cheggers, whatever you want to call that cunt. Basically, alleged big fan of the show.
Always happy,
loves people, big fan of the show. And more than anything, he misses his wife. But he didn't realise that the real task happened to be something completely different.
Yeah, so his task was he had to tell crap jokes and make people laugh.
People on Twitter were going, Cheggers was brilliant. I was crying my eyes. People were human beings. No, just that everyone talking about Big Brother. They were saying, I was crying tears of laughter. Cheggers is TV gold, the lot.
Someone told me Cheggers nicks jokes off of a comedian. Wasn't that on the Big Fat Quiz of the Year or something?
Could he nick anything better?
I know, he nicks jokes off of the comedians and don't nick any good ones.
Maybe because he just started Christmas, he's just using the ones from the...
But Alicia said that Alicia was quite a good target for his jokes because she didn't actually understand them anyway.
No.
But you thought Cammy was quite good because Cheggers did a joke about someone only having one arm, and she went, "My granddad only has one arm."
Yeah. I thought that was very good play there. Very good play.
And then he actually went and apologised to her, which was quite funny.
And then she was cackling about it afterwards.
That's the only good thing she's ever done. And then for some reason Jordan was going like, I'm not really sure why, but she did sing quite high, but still,
She was warming up.
And someone gave him a guitar. That's unnecessary, isn't it?
Yeah, it's not Utopia.
No, it's crap. It's really hard to look. I typed up those notes at work, and it's really hard to read the ones that I've handwritten. Okay, so tonight we're on to tonight. Don't worry, listeners. You're nearly there. Tonight the house got hacked.
Oh no! Fuck me! First it was South Korea. Now they got the Big Brother house, or was it North Korea?
North. So then they were showing videos from the diary room and stuff. They didn't show anything that scurrilous. I thought they could have shown something a bit more in deep. Do you think?
I don't know. They've got the material, haven't they?
And Patsy was moaning about Perez. Patsy was. And she said, Nadia has compromised her entire time in here looking after you. Well, do you know what? That's Nadia's choice. And Nadia likes Perez better than the rest of you, so piss off. Nadia's not his babysitter. It's up to her who she hangs out with, so faff off. And then they were like playing voices into the house, but you couldn't understand what they were saying. It was like Zingbot.
Were they?
Yeah, like someone slagging someone off, but they like disguise the voice, like on Jeremy Kyle or something.
Not Iris. Oh, like on Drugs Inc.
Yeah. So then they did the need the bandana.
So, Mr. Wayne.
We watched some film with Tom Hardy and it was crap.
Oh my life.
If you're thinking about watching the hit film Lock, all set in a car with Tom Hardy, I'll just tell you now, spoiler alert, it's not, I won't spoil it. He just has a conversation about concrete, that's it. So then they were saying, then they did the thing who's the most boring housemate, who's the most sincere, blah blah blah. I filled that in online. They voted Katie Hopkins as the most entertaining housemate. That is blatant lie. And then most genuine, Michelle.
Do people really believe that?
That is, if you actually think that, I suggest you go and see a doctor.
Do you know what? That Michelle, about a few of them in there, they make me rethink my whole thoughts about Jim to win. I think, really? You know what? Maybe it weren't so bad back then.
No, That Michelle is rotten. All she's done is sit around with Katie Hopkins mixing. They're like a pair of fucking children sitting there, bitch. Every time they hear someone like laughing or singing or enjoying themselves, they're like, ugh. Someone's like singing or having a good time. Fucking, they're no better than fucking Luke's Grace and fucking that thing who all had scabs over all the time. So fuck off.
You know, they should get on this show. You remember the two guys on the Muppet Show up in the...
Yeah, they were better.
Yeah, exactly.
They were a lot better.
Let them cast their wit down.
And then Cammy was voted as least trustworthy. And then Perez like picked up on that and was like, I always wonder what she's lying about. Which was quite good.
Yeah.
And then Perez said, my other face is my arse.
And then bent down to the mirror and said, hello.
That was good. And then Katie Hopkins said she thinks in the third person and she enjoys isolating people. Okay. This was when Michelle said the gays, which is offensive. But I think I already said that. And then Perez said, to Katie Hopkins, if I was your child, I'd kill myself.
I thought that was really good. It was really funny.
That was a strong line.
But then what did she come back with? Now this goes back to what we were saying about when I said that you were poo-pooing me, but when I said that Katie Hopkins was being subtly homophobic,
yeah.
When she said to him, what did she say that her child...
She said, my child's got a mother and a father and siblings to play with.
Yeah.
I.e. your child's
doesn't.
Just got a rotten gay person for a dad. That's basically what she was saying.
Exactly, that was the implication
but people
of it.
Don't see that.
But he spotted it instantly.
She said it very clever.
The trouble is, though, what he said to her was so offensive. It doesn't justify it, but...
It wasn't that offensive what he said. That's exactly the truth. If I was her child, I would kill myself.
Yeah, but you would...
And if Katie Hopkins' children are listening now, take the lead.
I know, but if you said that to someone who had a child,
that really upset her.
It got to her very bad. It shook her. Yeah, it shook her. You could see it shook her. So.
And then she said something equally nasty back. It's like just being at school. Like these people are like 30, 40 years old.
School used to be a laugh.
Yeah, no, it's fine. These people are like 30, 40 years old and they're doing that shit. It's bollocks. So then Katie Hopkins was like trying to wind Patsy up, going, oh, if the money was there, would you take the money and go? And Patsy's like, well, yeah, obviously. And then she's like, what are you trying to say to me? And it's like, if only Patsy would actually stick up for herself, then she could actually do something. Do you know what I mean? She could actually win the game. But
no.
She's not got the balls. So then, oh yeah, we had loonies in anoraks, but we've covered that. Now you spotted, no, it was actually our friend Nicola who spotted on the couch next to Michelle was an unidentified, not flying object, orange triangle. No, not triangle, rectangle.
Now know your shapes. Don't get your shapes confused. You just had to go Alicia DeVar for this shape thing, and now you don't know a triangle from a rectangle. Regardless, it looked about the same size as an iPhone 5
with a cover on it. Yeah, and Michelle picked it up. So what's going on there? What was that? If you saw that, if you know what that was, tweet me, light up, VM, tweet James, Big Brother Bile, and tell us, because we think something fishy's going on.
We also saw some footage from the surface of Mars recently, and we saw a creature, first looked like a mouse, but
actually a lemming.
It turned out to be a lemming on Mars. Now, what's that all about?
If you have any more information on that, just contact richplanet.
.net.
So yeah, someone's got a phone in there basically. And then Kate is like stomping around going, get Perez out, childish. And then Perez said, at least I know I'm staying till the end. Well, hopefully. And now Patsy went into the diary room with like a hood pulled over her head. She looked like someone from the Ku Klux Klan.
I thought that as well. I thought if you'd give Perez a marker pen on a picture of that, and you would have you'd have something to work with.
Now there was some allusion to Cammy having thrush. Do you remember that?
Yeah, I do remember it.
Anyway, her fanny stinks. Basically, that was the long and short of it. So then Cav was saying to Nadia, you see what he's put people through. Why are you still friends with Perez? And Nadia basically said, I'll be friends with whoever I want. Go fuck yourself. And Cav said, "Oh, what about your morals? Go fuck yourself, Cav."
Oh no, how can, like, Cav was just nothing, and then for 24 hours I liked him, then I was indifferent to him again, and then he went and made me dislike him.
When he has a drink, that's why.
Mm.
Then Cav said, "He's taken you away from us." No, Nadia just prefers the company of Perez. Like, that's it. And then Perez said, wait for it, "I'm like Mother Earth. You can suck on my tit for as long as you want, and it won't go dry."
There you go.
Do you like that?
Perfect play.
Can this still be going on?
What, this podcast?
Yeah.
Or... So,
hold on. Let's just wrap this up quickly. I'm skipping on this bit now. Perez said, "If this doesn't please the public, then fuck you." Now, we know that's a good strategy.
Very good.
Yeah.
Almost perfect.
Michelle said, "I have my own opinion." No, you don't. Then they had to wear those stupid helmet things. I don't care about that. What? Oh, Perez was losing it because he said his tweet was made up. He wanted to see evidence.
That was good.
He wanted to go on Twitter and see the evidence. And then he said it's the Perez show, and he was in full-on rage mode, and he's brushed his teeth really angry, didn't he? Angry style.
But it was sponsored by Aquafresh, so that's okay.
I liked it when he said it was the Perez show featuring Katie Hopkins. that was good, I thought. And then she was like, "Yeah, it's just me with you." It's like, yeah, it is. Fuck off. So then he said, "Fuck you and your mother and your fathers," which I enjoyed. And then he went into the snug and covered up the camera with the furry fry. Phew, that was it.
So basically, Perez to win, right?
Yeah, there was a couple of other things we're going to mention, but we'll probably mention them. Yeah. Oh, on the live feed, Perez was, for some reason, was a no-show on the live feed.
Yeah, he wasn't there.
But Katie Price said, "Don't you remember Frazzles?" Yeah, I remember him. I ate him like about a month ago.
Yeah, you got him in the pound shop.
I know, but Frazzles are the only crisps you haven't gone foil fresh. So think on. And then Cav was talking about the Illuminati, and he went, "Listen, Callum, explain the Illuminati to..." Who was it?
I don't know.
Michelle, I think. And we were like, shit, we were like warming up for Callum's explanation about the Illuminati. Then they cut back to fucking Jordan talking about Frazzles. It's like, fuck's sake! Do you remember when Spencer and Heidi were in there? They were talking about the New World Order and stuff. They were like, we know all that shit that's going on. It's good.
Oh yeah, you know, I heard Spencer Pratt on that podcast. If you listen to that second one, yeah,
I've half listened to
he's
it.
talking about all that Charlie Hebdo shit and
is he?
the extra footage he's seen and this, that, and the other. It's really interesting.
Is he?
Yeah,
I told you, he is a conspiracy.
yeah, he's mad for it.
Oh, that's interesting. Fucking hell, I think this is our longest podcast ever.
So look, let's wrap this up. Yeah, we want Perez to win, right? It's impossible, but that's what we want.
It's possible.
If Jim can win, any cunt can
Our
win.
friend put 250 on for us, so you never know.
And do we absolutely hate everyone else?
Absolutely fantastic.
Yeah.
Well, who else do you like?
Is there anyone to like?
No.
No, we started liking Nadia,
No, let's not go that far.
but we started to tolerate her.
I liked Alicia, but she went. I didn't like her that much, though. And who else? Jordan, well, she's just playing it safe. She needs to crack one way or the other. Callum, no. Camille is rotten.
Yeah.
Who else is there? Cheggers, no. Cav could be our other one to watch.
I'm not sure.
Cav's like a mini Jeremy, but he needs to drink more.
Yeah.
Who else? I can't think who else there is. Katie Hopkins, honestly, everyone's like, "Oh, Perez has got to go before me." I seriously think Perez will be at least top 3. Don't you?
I think he'll be in the final, definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah. And I heard a rumour on the grapevine, spoiler alert, that they've put Perez in a secret house and he's immune from the next eviction. How'd you like that?
Is it the old pass to the final?
Might as well be.
Ah, sweet.
So,
I wonder what enchanted pixie bestowed it on him.
and other people just going, "Oh, Perez is annoying. Perez is this, like,
Oh, Perez makes me want to vomit everywhere.
Stuffy Perez. Like, fair enough, yeah. When Perez stands up to make a speech, it is annoying, but it's funny as well. But seriously, what would we be watching if Perez wasn't in there? Callum and Cammy not getting off of each other. Nadia and Katie Hopkins arguing. Michelle Visage pretending she's like woman of the people, like fucking whatever.
LGBT.
LBG Slee. And then Chegger's like washing up. If that's what you want from a show, then that's what you'll get.
But so what is saying? Shit season ever.
It's actually been a good season. There's been quite a lot of arguing, quite a lot of disclaimers.
It's a bit formulaic.
And like what?
Unlike other seasons, it's not a very pure game, is it?
There's been quite a lot of tension, which is quite good. Oh no, I'm getting kicked because I'm yawning. But it's 2:30 in the morning. Am I allowed to yawn?
You've got to suffer for your art, innit?
I know. Anyway, I've not got work tomorrow, so have a nice lie.
Maybe nip down Asda later.
Maybe have something nice to eat. Anyway, I think that's about it. I think we've pretty much said all there is to say about that. What do you think?
Yeah.
Follow me on Twitter, light@VM. Follow James, Big Brother Bile. Buy my book on Amazon, First Aid Kit Girl. It's got the C word on the second page, someone told me. Although, I can't remember that, but there you go. What else? Read my blog, Exertainment. I can't write at the moment because I've got no laptop, but still, I'm doing my best. What else? Anything else you want to plug?
No, that's about it. Just vote Perez.
Yeah, save Perez. Keep Perez in. Keep Perez in. And Katie Hopkins, I hope you die. Is that it?
The end.
Thank you so much for listening. We love you.
Bye.
Bye.